We're on day 17. So today we're going to be talking about faith and works and what that looks like. Now this one's a little bit challenging. It was definitely challenging for me as I was studying, trying to prepare for this. So we're going to be in James 2:17 through 18. Those are the verses that we have for today of just really working on understanding that. However, I'm going to add more into this because this topic is such an important topic because it's asking us to have faith and work. A lot of people know the story of Abraham and how he had to wait for many years before he even had a son from Sarah. But this whole story is that when God called him, he had to leave his family, his familiar area, and God called him to go to this other entire area that he has never been, knows nothing about, and he had to trust God and have faith in that. So today we're going to be learning in scripture. So if you want to join me, we're going to be in James 2:17 through 18. We're going to be reading about that a little bit, and you're going to hear Abraham back in here because I'm going to read until about 22, just to get so we have a better foundation of what this meeting is and why faith and work are so important together. So let's get into it. Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have work, is dead. But someone will say, you have faith and I have work. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. You believe there is one God. You do well. Even the demons believe and tremble. But do you want to know, O foolish man, that faith without work is dead? Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he offered Isaac his son on the altar? Do you see that faith was working together, and within his works and by his work, faith was made perfect? Okay. So we know that Abraham did do as the Lord said because he had faith. He was like, Lord, you gave me this son. I'm so thank you and blessed. But then it's like God's like, okay, now I want you to do this. And it's like he's like, and it's interesting because me and my Bible study group with the women that I've been, we read that chapter, and one of the questions that we asked each other, it's like, could you imagine if God told you to do that? Could you do that for your child? Like, we couldn't. It's like we would like pray or cry of like, Lord, please show us there's another way. And it's like God did show him another way, but God also showed him that like he found fear in God, but he had faith in God also because he knew that the Lord was going to prepare him. It was a test to see, do you trust me? Do you have faith in me? And like he had faith. It doesn't talk about him being afraid. It talks about him having faith and knowing that the Lord was going to provide him a ram to sacrifice in his son's place. Okay, that's something that's important. So today's scripture of where it talks about James 2:17 through 18 is talking about the faith and works. What he was saying is that faith by itself, it does not have work. It's just dead. You can have faith and then you cannot be feeding it. You cannot be like, there's nothing. It's completely dead. But doing works in your faith, doing the things that the Lord's asked you to do, doing things out of the kindness of your heart, reading the scripture, all of these things, doing it and growing your faith helps you to then, okay, now you've grown your faith, go out and be shepherds and speak to my sheep, feed my sheep. That is what the Lord's saying is, I need you to have faith in me, that I'm going to have you do things that are going to be hard or complicated. I'm going to have you do things because I need you to feed my sheep that are lost. I need you to go find that one sheep that's out in the wilderness to go find it. That is what the Lord's saying in faith and work. You need to go and work in your faith. Means put your faith on and then go work in that faith. Whether you're out doing your job, whether you're out in your daily life, be in faith and do his work. So anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing week and I love you.